Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the EMEA Masters Winter 2025.
A scuffle over this bot side scuttle grab. ISMA waiting on Afro Boy. Wisely puts down the wall, but here comes Nusser looking for the shattering strike. Can't quite find it. Goes crashing on down. Misses everything.
Hang about.
Getting a decent stand, and yeah, hanging about. Not for long though, as Nos 2K finds himself 350. Nice early kill as ISMA has to flash on out, and EWI find themselves a great
Reset
start.
and started moving up to the top side of the map, so I'm not really sure what the plan was there. They didn't see the lane swap coming, maybe. But at the same time, we already sent Enso up, so it seems a little bit disjointed, and that does mean that nobody from Karmine Corp has been there yet. So one grub has gone down. Now, however, the fight could start.
Flash onto Slowkey, ults away, but that's meant Tokimo's in a horrible spot. He's only level 4. It's stakes for KCB. They pick up the Alistair, and Tokimo regrets his options all the while, though. Grubs were kind of going down. It'll be Main claiming at least one of them. Daisy, now under threat, gets a shield put on top of her, but will still be brought low.
Yeah, because that's just a bit too much damage. Now, if we can do this really quickly when we're already there, maybe Evie have a chance here, but I think it's not been started up, and there's a lot of Karmine Corp members coming on down. So KC in a really good spot for this Drake fight, and they can probably take that momentum rather far going into the mid game.
Ults and flashes all up and available. Could well be a bit of a nightmare there. The Afro Boy is going to walk around. He's going to look for that steal. Yeah, it's a bit risky. A lot of members here will be a suicide trip. Yeah, he does a back away. Yeah, doesn't go for the smaller steal, and it is just taken over. You were absolutely right, Dante.
What is important is that the ultimate ability with an unknown shorthand has been used, and you think that might help the grubs, but the fight's bot instead.
Okay, burns the Unbreakable, and the Sur's in danger, goes over the wall with the crash down.
Shift in, shift
we'll
in.
have the blast going, we'll think about it, but Slowkey's
oh, shift out!
Looks for that fate, sealed flash over the wall, the shattering strike, and Nusser turns it all around as he hits to level 6, but it's a little too little, a little too late, as Relative finds the difference. 2 kills
my
back.
mind has been overtaken by the fact that you talked about Yone unbinding, and I was like, he does wear a big white wrap around his torso. That is true. I haven't thought about that before, actually.
I was going for the Unbound Soul, but I get what you're going for. Did I? There's definitely some people in AO3 who've thought about that way before that. We're very late on that, I am sure. Just a bit of a chunk. There's 3 people here, and ISMA now looking for an angle. The bullet time, though. Brutal gets down the magnet. Still Tokimo going to be in danger here. Will likely be 1-for-1 in terms of support. The redemption a little too little, a little too late to keep the cow alive. Oh, but Slowkey all the while decides to do what his champion decides to do, which is run at side lane. Goes Mainter will throw a load of needles at the wave, try to hold it down. It's getting dive, but there is no wave left. Should still fall. Cannot survive against 2.
Yeah, not quite. I mean, the Gwen not there yet. We've only got the Riftmaker, which is not too helpful in the 1v2. Couldn't extend it, right? But that first turret was picked up down bot, so we are now just one objective away, one neutral monster for KCB, and I believe that is a Chemtech that has been started, so that could well, and yeah, no one's really in position to stop that. That should just be feats going on over to KC at the 17-minute mark. To rewind a little bit to go to the Spirit Visage. Seems pretty useless in the 1v1, but you pair that with an Ivan, that's a pretty hard to kill Gasante right there. So we'll keep an eye on this one as the redemption was finished as well. Rockwell could be a bit...
And again, that might genuinely be a big difference maker because Ivan, one of the hardest scalers in the game.
Oh my god,
and because get a massive turnaround, flash and interrupts the ult. ISMA just about alive and ends up somehow being 2 kills to KCB. Despite the overchase, despite the bullet time going on down, ISMA survives, Atakan's up, there is no spike.
Oh, that's a bit of a horror. That's not what you want if you're AV right there. This is your strong moment. That's the spike when we have the strong Corky coming on through. We've got the Ezreal nearly stacked on up. It looks good. Big damage is coming out from Relative, shredding through, putting out some AoE, and then boom, bullet time. It's like, oh, yeah, that one. You know, and it happens sometimes. It's only been 13 years, but, you know, maybe with misfortune in a choke.
Picked up a load of extra gold. They've burned Flash and ult of Tokimo, who will not have those up and available as a key part of this in the moment to come. So I think this could well be the moment that this game breaks. 3XA gets a big double up. We'll keep some damage on Tokimo's onto the backline, and I don't think he's talking much longer. The clock is wound down. Big redemption. Slowkey keeps hunting for damage. Gets the Unbound Soul kill as the pseudo deathmark does its work. 3XA will withdraw, but will not die. Nos 2K though somehow stays alive.
Fortunately, it doesn't take too much. Ooh, watch the Hex Flash. Maybe an engage coming through.
Oh,
it's too keen. Oh, you're too far forward.
No, sir. That's problematic. They might just have to give up their sword. They still want to keep fighting. Slowq is teleported back in. The one remaining member alongside Mainta, who has got those withdrawals, can look to be obnoxious here. It's Afro Boy, summons Daisy at the other side. Rocco trying to buy time. Mainta skips and slashes over the side. Gets the Mega Blast code, looking for an angle. Does have the needle work. Crash for a second, dragging continues, goes into the back line, gets the Hallow Crash, trying to do some work, but not 2K, it's got the Trigger Seed on stop, bullet time is solid, but doesn't get any kills. Rocco in the backside, Isma goes twisted, advancing forwards, and the headbutt onto the Misfortune lives up to her namesake, shutdown for the side of Relative. Slowq will get Tokimo, but talk about Ivan,
it's a sort of demon flank, but it's like, yeah, you're not really there yet. And you're going into all the squishies. Problem is, they're the damage dealers. When you're right on top of them, they can still hit you. And now it's a 1v3.
Holding court. KCB really feeling very happy coming to face check. I forgot things like the saplings for fake vision, but looking like the turnaround now to play for this mid lane tier 1. Stood for a long time, no longer. Claimed now by the remaining members of AZ.
Alright, we finally managed to pick that one up. Get a bit of gold. And a lot of vision around this topside river, a lot of vision around the Baron. I think it's not really the plan yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, what's going on bot lane? Put very low. Might need to be a little worried there. That could end up using. He's forced out. That's a direct gone.
Yeah, I agree. I think the needlework has taken him really, really low.
That's a fully snatched Q. Rocco, you might just die to the Q here.
Got to be really, really careful. Misses his Untouchable Strikes part 3, and the turret falls. We said it was going to be a problem. Doctor, it's a problem.
It's happened. That's 700 gold right there. Yeah, and you saw Mesa started recalling and then said, wait, why? Why would I?
On the Ivern, looking for the kill. The brute caller, the turnaround. Daisy's here. Relative on the side. So it's Danger not 2K untouched. And the Rel goes too deep, trying to find a pick onto the jungler.
Gosh, again, we're just a bit far up. I don't know, could we maybe... Was the billet time in range? I'm not sure, but... Oh, gosh, I think that was a TP... from some, there's TP from Slowq, that's fine. So that's not coming out from either of those. But the Baron started on up, and Rocco is actually going to come and get involved.
Alright, it'll be the 5v4. Teleport coming on back. Ults available on the whole for KCB. They're going to need to use an outcome. Nature's Grasp. Bullet time and angle. Baron down low but not taken. 2/3 away. Slowq flash Q3. Finds the angle on Afro Boy. Fake sealed into the backline. Tokimo falls. Jungler's dead, support dead. Baron's still available. Mainta won't go flashing for it. I know what you saw. I saw it too. He holds his nerve and doesn't go too far.
If that Scry's Bloom saw all 3 of them, there's a world. He flashes. He might go for it. See? We're feeling strong. We're coming off the recall, but that is the Baron now.
Just had their main team go all the way to first stand finals after a really tricky group stage, but the perseverance are there. In the LFL, though, they have been back to their winning ways. Slowq, a player I've known from NLT for many years, moved over. Isma had a bit of a merry-go-round experience at LEC, now playing for KCB for EMEA Masters at least. Dragon was secured, of course, just there by AB, but all the while, 3x8 in a 1v1 versus Rocco, who is doing a fairly good job of healing up with the Bloodthirster. And Mainta sniffs once and ensures that Cassante says no more.
And that's in him? Yes, it is. Oh, just like, well, actually, he's healed up a lot. He's shedding. For a second, I thought he was in a bit of mortal peril.
Well, Siege continues. Slowq continue to threaten on the side. Have the Mortal Steel stacked up, but Mainta in this 1v1 on the Gwen. TK has nothing to say with the Hallowed Mist down and about. Very difficult as Isma tells the enemy to take notes. And Afro Boy enjoying that. Lands the roof corner though. That's exactly the kind of notes he's taking. Pushed him out. Unfortunate. Now the needles start coming to fly. Slowq starts on the Nexus turret. Has the soul to rebind. Tokyo now looking for an angle potentially on in. No rest of the team there at all. 2 inhibitors about towards main. Gets hit by another root caller. Allows Tokyo to get into range for an immediate pulverized headbutt. Trying to heal on up. Gets a big step. Mac and Storm comes on down. They have killed the Gwen. But at what cost? Everyone else's health bars taken precipitously low. They lose 2 in trade for just the Gwen.
Precipitously mean. I don't know we could afford these kind of $15 words sometimes as well. So, you know, I'll give them the opportunity. We do have Relative just defending right now, getting a load of money, can teleport in if you really need to, but something has to be done, and versus the Maokai, you can't really walk into this Baron. So, the Karmine Corp having the inside track, they'll be able to pick that one up. And meanwhile, Meta is actually going to go ahead and solo the Chem Drake for the Soul as well.
KCB coming in as LFL first in the Teleport Cup, but they're up against EWI, who are second seed from Prime League. The Prime League over the last couple of years have been real powerhouses at EMEA. I'm looking at teams like Unicorns of Love Sexy Edition. I'm looking at Eintracht Spandau. We've had a number of teams come on in from the Prime League, and if not win it, then at least go significantly further than expected. Teleports come flying, though, so story time will have to pause. Rokoho looking for an angle, looking to try and turn this one around. Gets onto Isma, but not the easiest target. He's in a 1v3.
Oh,
he doesn't win, though.
Get out!
Slowq, still looking for an angle. Redemption coming on through, but it's too little. It's too late. Meta throws the needles in. I don't think he wants this acupuncture session. He's paralyzing everyone, and Afro Boy gets a close shave. No Afro to be found. Slowq teleports into the base as the bot lane run away from their structures, run away from home, run away from any chance of winning this game. Tokimo will be falling in a moment. Karmine Corp Blue put brick one in their wall for the tournament. First game, first win.
Then Isma, he picked that Sejuani early again to enable that classic Karmine Corp Blue playstyle, which is playing through side lanes. So I think the Sejuani and Ambessa will team up again in side lane and do a lot of damage there. However, on the other side, we have a lot more of creating chaos, and that side...
Oh, big knockup.
We do. Nice seismic shove into the pullback.
Oh, that's
with the apprehend flashes. There's still a blade passive flash to make sure the threaded volley lands. And the end of Karmine Corp's combat. Like, one person gets hit by the death sentence, every other bit of CC lands, every other bit of burst lands, and you just sort of die, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But I guess that's the joy of it with these two teams here, as well, no, the Drake pretty easily secured should be there. And very important, actually, shout out to Noz.
An absolute menace who can run at anybody and make them cry. The thing is, of course, this game, there's a fair amount of tools to potentially disengage you. Flash for a death charge. Here comes Afro Boy. That's going to be a really quick Darius. There is no one to ult to, and Meta eats a decimate. And a kill is donated over to that Darius.
That's not how the ability works. But I do like that... We're sure talking there, just throws out the combo. Oh no.
That's a lot of damage back. He's so dead. Hang on.
Oh, it's a Shadow! That's why the shield's so big.
As they will stand united for a moment until Nissa goes down. Now Rokoho's in the backline, looking for an auto 2. The ace ult is propped. 3xa low. As Isma is slowed by the smite as well. Afro Boy looks for damage. The bleed, not quite enough. Stays alive, flash away. Teleports come flying. They want to stick around, but I don't know how wildly they want to play this.
One proc every 30 seconds, like that's better. But we'll see if this actually does get contested. I mean, I don't think that EWI want to. Like, it's like, look, we've got no one around here. We're doing really well. We can just sort of let this happen. Like, we don't need to throw this.
And you don't really have a lot of key summoners. You'd rather play for lane. You've got the grubs. You've already gotten a dragon. You don't need to fight.
Keep an eye on it, but just be aware he's got a little bit of a clock.
A little bit, of course. Big chunk there on Nozuke will immediately cleanse the chains of corruption. Afro Boy. Kind of noted. Ghostblade first, looking towards, I think that'll be the dead man second, if I had to guess. Death Charge comes on through, looking for that big engage. Relative goes in, but finds himself very deep. And Ambessa goes publicly executing. Not as clean as they would like. It's a 1-for-1 right now. As Rokoho trading out his Afro Boy. Continues to decimate. Look at the bleed as Meta surely can't heal. Gets a passive enough off. Tokimo gets another dredge line, and that allows for the Piltover Peacemaker to find another flash after the root comes on throw with the staggering blows of Rokoho. Gets another empowered auto. Big damage.
Well, I think they're feeling pretty strong. As you said, though, Ghostblade's not up for Darius. So struggling to get on in.
Tokimo. Dead to rights. They get the shove onto the back line, but it's not damage on the 3xa. Gets a decent locket shield to keep himself alive. Isma now in danger. Teleport from Meta. Flash from Afro Boy. Went looking for the apprehend. Well flashed away from by Slowq.
Just managed to get out of that one alive, blowing a crucial cooldown. Oh, in goes Ambessa.
Lands that public execution. It's a 3v1 and relative. Here's release into the wild. He's dead to rights. 2-2. Now, EWI have to give this one up. KCB on the dragon after they find a nice pickup in the mid lane.
To be honest, I don't even know if they had to give it up. I mean, it hasn't been done yet. Could Afro Boy just run on in there with a Shen ult? Maybe, but with no flash up. We don't want... I see now, I would never be in such a situation.
Remember the cert, no flash, slow down, pulled back by the apprehend, decimated, knocked up, goes down. Afro Boy on the killing spree. Farah, you've got so many shields between Spirit Visages and Shen coming on in. I understand the decision there, especially if your Chains of Corruption target suddenly ends up with a random ninja teleporting on top of them. All the while, things like that Dead Man's Plate have now been completed by Afro Boy as well. Flash we're talking about over them to them into the Afro head. Turn around though, it's huge. The Stand United though.
Oh, he reset.
Afro Boy stays alive.
Oh, it's another.
And he does a reset. As the Noxian Guillotine finds a couple soft-looking throats. They pick up the bot lane, and a 5v3 they can look towards that Atakan.
He's playing Darius. He pressed the button. Oh, I get it now. I see the vision. It's coming to make some sense. Now, he has ran out the passive, so he's not going to be able to do the same to Mainter, who is lurking around the side, spotted out by a ward, though. Isma with no... Oh, might just have to go for a raw smite steal. Oh, big stun!
Flash away from the public, which means it doesn't land. Mainter shy. Isma still looks to come and flip this. Talking about taunts up. Ensures there's no way from the center to come on in, looking like bacon to me. As a side big shove comes on through, Mainter gets a decent amount of shots, but it's all the flowers on the ground. Mainter moved up, jumped on top of a trap. That cupcake was a lie!
Such a crispy, clean fight from EWI there, right, as well. Like, you know, we get the first two. Okay, good. We're going to make our way on up over towards the objective. They do a good job of setting up. They managed to keep, you know, Ambessa away for the start. And then, the double stun comes through. You think it's over. 3xA, you're losing a flash here. You're not losing a flash. What are you doing, man? No!
Oh, it's just the X part. Marks the spot where he lies in the ground. Slow Q teleports into... Look on in despair at the corpse of his dead AD carry.
Oh, Jinkies. You can't be on that. Oh, no.
Split up and look for kills. Oh, she is, Doctor. I don't know about that one.
Oh, jeez, Scoop. My AD's key's been picked.
Roger.
Out of the dash. I kind of thought that's what they did. But no, that's like snares, or it's the other way round. I don't know. Other way. You don't stop the Shen taunt. And it does come on through. They got a nice and easy kill, which turns on into a cheeky... Like, they do 5. They know 5, but they don't know 2. It's weird. It's a rare condition. But, once you get the big... Oh, you don't need to worry about silly things like maths. Oh, God.
Death charge onto Slow Q, who does do a fair amount of damage back. The Ignite, and a nice piercing arrow. And for once, the pick combo doesn't work from EV. They burned the ult as well there. Now KCB looking for an angle. Nice public execution. It's only onto a Shen. So I take it back. Doesn't really end up as nice to her because Isma once again fights over those Raptors. Afro Boy hit with the Glacier Prison. That's the name of that ability, but not too much more to be found. Dragon not available, but Baron is. Do they want to keep fighting this? I think very easy. I'm going to say that upfront burst is very, very high. I'm right there.
Realistically, they're going to get trapped or knocked up when they get taunted anyway. But there's a world where someone's a bit low. They step too far up. Taunt flash kill.
Turn on over to it, but remember, EVA will still kill this dragon really fast. I don't know how quickly KCB are going to start up the Baron in trade. They are in that topside river. There's a wall behind. There's some teleports available. This bait, I don't think it's going to amount to all that much, and soul point secured by the Prime lead second seed.
Absolutely light work. Picking that one up for themselves. I mean, to be honest, I'm not too fussed about Ocean Drakes or Ocean Soul in this game, right? I think these fights are looking to be pretty quick, right? Like, either it's a very quick fight because Darius is resetting or because Karmine Corp are doing their things, or there's no fight and EWI are winning with their sieges. Oh, hang about.
Hang on.
Bit of engagement.
Present lands. Looking for an angle.
He goes up
execution. But in comes Shen with the ult. The stand is there. Made to take so much damage. Afro Boy looks for an angle. He's low but not down. Ends up on the wrong end of a lot of unleashed power. Finally, the jungler falls. Ace in the hole.
Watch the
lands
Shen.
onto the thresh. Death sentence lands.
Oh, he's in.
Shen torn through. Can't quite get the kill though. Finally though, Syndra dead. Ends up being just about a 2 for 3 in favor of, critically though, of Karmine Corp Blue as relative. Throws some damage back, Major in danger, ends up going across the unraveled earth. Dies as relative goes on the killing spree.
That's the wrong move to use when you're on the unraveled earth. Oh no. Let it be said, if Enso doesn't hit that hook, that's a double, maybe a triple for Rockino there. All those low health bars, it's a possibility. So absolutely massive to hit that one on through and just to keep the boys alive. He will just sort of get tapped by that ult every time. So, you know, we do need these fights to be a little bit decisive. Oh, Gen ult proactive early. Nice. Look at the
Go to
damage.
Afro Boy, who's up there side laning, by the way, on the Darius. Gets the kill, mains it down. Tokimo goes on forward. Big chunk onto Isma. And Tokimo's still alive. Will finally fall. But the jungler and the teleports come flying on through because EVI can just get there faster. Flash from relative. Cycling shove. Finds the Syndra. 3xA throws down a barrier. Will survive for now. But the rest of his team will surely not.
Go.
Blast Cone comes on through. Ace in the hole. Secures a double.
So all we need to do is just simply have the jungler split pushed up. It doesn't need to be the Shen. He'll be there eventually. He'll get involved. We can pick up a nice easy kill because yeah, there's just so much burst coming out from the two of them. You know, and Bessa wants the long fight. She's not going to get it. And then we just TP Shen back to flank mid. He's all over the gaff. And that means we can pick ourselves up a quick and easy ace. We're going to get the inhib. Not going to go any further. So the game...
Scary. And yes, the Darius you've got to be afraid of, but it's not just him at this point. Even if, of course, KCB is still hitting some decent breakpoints, it's not the death cap quite yet for slow Q. You really want that one to be threatening with your basic abilities a bit more freely. Over the wall! That was scary. Turn around, though, into the big CC. Just with Tokimo! It takes forever for him to fall! Gets the aftershock down.
Darius!
The back line, but
it's a penta!
Darius just gets to run on through. It is a guillotine for everyone. Looking at an abattoir.
You're the wrong way!
It doesn't matter.
What? Who cares? Doesn't matter. It's just going to be Isma left trying to hold this one. No ult, no wave, no friends, no paper, no motion. What are we doing? Isma's not got a lot going for them, but we do have to wait for those supers to come on through. 1v4 though. 10 seconds on the threshold. I don't think it's long enough.
It's done. We're going to 3 people. Karmine Corp Blue was successful and dominant in the mid-game in game 1. EVI on the back of Afro Boy's Darius. Showing us the season of Noctis indeed. Welcome to the arena. Blood spilled on both sides. One more to decide it all. Back to you.
Yeah, I am so excited for this third game. And you know, I'm not disappointed anymore with you. But yeah.
And now Rammus. Harry, what is Afro Boy on?
I would assume League of Legends Clash of Fates 2001 PC edition flash off in time. And that's crucial. You're dead if that stun comes on through. But it does mean that, you know, we're going to be able to TP back on in. Now we've got a Skarner coming on through, but barriers up. Throm shielding.
There you go, huge amount of damage. Isma gets the bailout, still goes down though. But it's alright, you've got the kill. And it's still the wave lost by that Kalista. Slightly unfortunate. I thought the bailout would be enough, but couldn't get out of range of the turret shot. And heated up as it was, still going to be a big chunk in. Unfortunately, though, you're right. It's Unser who picks up that kill, not the Draven.
So we don't get the stacks in quite just yet. It's, you know, if he's already used his W, then he's not going to have the CC immunity part of it.
Here we go again.
You should really get done, but
he's dead.
He's done for, surely.
Nice.
Oh no, why you steal it? Oh, you've already got his flash.
I think it's the passive, isn't it, of the...
No, he autoed. I saw him.
The auto, the auto, okay.
Auto come out. Oops. I think the auto was in the air from Victor as well. Like, he didn't have to go for that one. Relative could have had it. I think it's actually the same number of stacks for a kill or an assist, but the gold is still nice.
It is. Still, they get the kill. That's a 20 CS lead now in mid lane as Slow Q falling behind.
Hey, that rocket. A bit low, but Menta has nothing, and that's the Ornhorn. Oh my god, it's 5 miles off!
Just using it to clear the wave by the looks, because he knows that Isma's coming!
Maybe!
In comes the Impale!
I was the wrong way round!
They get the kill.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one! Oh! If you get the taunt, they will die. Oh my god, the one man's gonna roll. Oh! Wait, what happened here?
Gonna get run into a wall, he's just thought that tanky, that's the cash in!
Oh, he got the cash in!
My days! There's a load of gold, right back up to nearly a K in the advantage.
Oh my days, how much was it? How much was the swing? I didn't even see it.
I think that's literally 700 plus gold that just went into the advantage.
Oh no. Were they even before?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like they would have been, like...
Yeah, it was like 100, 200 gold max.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of money. Perfect target to get it. And that's the power of the ult and the new quote-unquote feature of having it do a little bit of a cheeky execute there. Make sure that Draven gets the last hit. That's a lot of money. That's going to be, you know, first item finished. I think coming on out. I mean, Actually, it depends on if he's just going to sit on the... If he's actually turning that Vamp Scepter into something, that's first item.
It'll be Bloodthirst to first item, I think. Looking at the items would be my suggestion. Kokomo steps on forwards, though. Big Hextech Ray. Looks for a fair amount of damage. Isma takes a bit of junk back, but a massive Spire just down. Afro Boy puts him low. Do KCB want to continue to contest his relative? Still on decent HP. Does enough zoning to make sure that Karmine Corp cannot get into the river and the dragon secured by EVI.
So they managed to pick that one. Anything with this Jax. I just don't want him to get my turret anytime soon.
Yeah.
That's the one. Cassian's.
He's going to get charged through the wall. Hang about. Impact. Going to try and get the call of the Forge God down, but it is just
I think Relative kind of needs to TP bot, but the players instead just they're all going to move up top. They're not going to rush down that top turret anytime soon. So
it's not happening.
I think the first turret is going down bot side over to Jax. Yeah, look at that. That's nice and low, and that will be the feat secured Rammus if that's what this is for. I mean, admittedly, there's a lot of tanks, but like, something's gone wrong already. You don't want to be hitting these guys yet, but.
Yeah, I know. I guess it sort of feels like an obligation considering there's so much. The front line has so much armor.
We'll do it eventually.
Okay. Does that
you hate to see it.
Away from it. They still start to go towards this, but that will be the ult away from Afroboy and trade for the ult from Isma. Counter-strike used to no real avail. In comes the call of the Forge God, though. Nice.
No, it doesn't.
Angle miss! He got stood aside! 3xi stood him aside, so he couldn't hit the R2. Now Tokimo's in danger. Tries to throw down the Glacial Fissure, but the counter-strike on 2! Into that fire from Slow Q. Helped secure another. They had right to back
that minion wave managed to actually, I think, pick up the top turret there. Rocco not TPing and was not able to save it. As Isma now looks for a flank on relative.
Looking for something down here. Isma pretty deep, but is so tanky on this Skarner with the hearts and everything else. Tokimo now in danger. There's a teleport coming and the Braum dies again. Third death, I think, now for this Braum. Might just be the second, actually. I take it back. Still not looking pretty here for EWI in this game 3.
Yeah, but with that going down, we teleported down bot, but nobody's teleported top, so Rocco should just be able to pick up that turret in exchange. At the very least, he got local gold for that. Couldn't say the same for the turret.
It is X-Kick, yeah.
It's X-Kick? I don't know. Oh, who knew?
I did, in fairness. This is going to be 3
Yeah, who knew? To be fair, probably a lot of people who aren't me.
But I actually did know as well. That's the thing. I was like, this is 3 I was like, wait, why am I doing this? But I got the 3 flash so while. Been playing for a long time as X-Kick.
Lost it.
Tries to get that shut down. Always a Draven player. Always looking for those executes. Can't quite make it happen as the wall comes on up, this time successfully. And the Sir goes down as they can't quite find the skirmish in KCB and they lose a member looking.
Well, they managed to at least pick up one, and we'll make our way on over towards the Herald yet again. Now this thing will be going away in 40 seconds, so yeah, well, how does this work, man? The secret maths is involved here.
It's damage done is what it is. It's not just kills anymore, it's damage dealt.
There's like a whole formula, right, that like it weighs in lots of different things.
I think they probably pushed it a bit too far towards Ruinous now, but it's
I know,
it's still nice to actually see it now rather than not see it. And honestly, I think I prefer the Blood Petals in general. I think it's a cooler fight. But anyway, in they go with the Soaring Slam Powerball combo. Core the Forge God comes across. Knocks on Slow Kill. Bailed out though. Stays alive. Sir, in the background, Exafang trying to get across. Sorry. Exa, not Exafang. That would be an NLC player as I start to get my X's mixed on up. But you shouldn't, because Exa kicks them in the nuts with a few axes. Mainta hops on forward with that counter strike. The Sir gets that one. And they win out the extended fight. Afro Boy survives, Relative survives, the mid lane tier 1 certainly does not.
It wasn't the Callista, it was the Hail of Blades Braum. But when the Renato comes on through, he one-hit himself on the Rammus. It was crazy to see.
That's meanwhile, what it was. Like, where did the Braum go?
That's where he went.
Oh no!
Oh my god. But we get Exekick, get some executes as well. And they look like Icon will be picked up as well. But
that's
Ram's done more damage to his own team than the other at this stage.
No, hang on.
Can we get a bit more?
Let's go fight for this one. He's so fast, but who's he going to hit? Main's in danger. Gets a taunt, but he's got a counter strike on. So he doesn't do all that much. Here comes the Hextech Ray. It took me a second to remember that. What's going to call it a death ray? It has been renamed post-arcade. Sorry about that one, folks. As Slow Q throws out the devs.
And his E, like getting that extra armor gives you the extra, extra damage on the on-hit. And the E attack speed is really nice. I don't know if he used the E, but he had his aftershock on when he was hitting Braum. They were hitting each other. It was a bit of a horror. Oh, he did have the attack speed. Oh, it was the worst case possible. Oh my god, Halo Blaze didn't work this time. I'm sorry, Tokumos. Oh, and now Rams is going down too.
Oh boy, Mainter on the killing spree. Towards the dragon we go. Soul point secured. No jungle smite available to contest. And those 2K, even on the Callisto with all those Ren stacks, there's an option. Just can't look for it. And it's looking like a bit of a wipe here.
Into the trap. It's
yeah.
I'd rather have a real item than that.
Oh, I agree. But, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I think the Infinity Edge is nasty here this game.
Yeah. I mean, he probably just gets like the upgraded Swifties or something later. Just
that would make sense. Yeah,
yeah, we don't need to do anything yet.
Next, actually.
Yeah, if you have money.
Gets a pull onto Noz 2K. Gets a nice turnaround with the
he comes
pull. And Soaring Slam, and Exa loses all his stacks. They'll throw down an amazing start to the play. He's going to teleport top, walk mid, and get onto a tier 2.
Easy peasy. He's come through. He's got the mid turret instead. I've seen Jaxers win that fight before, but I'm bad. So good thing Mainter didn't go for it. Instead, he just picks himself up the mid tier 2, and that is crazy, Manchester. Yeah, absolutely everything.
In 8 seconds. I don't know if he can sit there. If he dies on the spawn of the dragon, it's a bad day. Pulls away. Isma is here. Bot lane have got Hex Gates, so they're back in action. Finally going to get that reset on Mainter, who doesn't have TP critically. Just going to need to get towards those Hex Gates as fast as he can. Decides against it again, sticking around now for the fight. Oh
god, keep an eye on Mainter though. It looks like he's gearing up for something. Has that Zhonya's to go into 5 people stun. Doesn't need it, just one.
The redemption comes on through, gives a bit of a heal up. Tokimo alone, not quite dead.
Burn?
Did not quite have that. Fate's call required to pull out of that severing bolt from Slowq's way. That's soul secured. Hex soul on this team with the Hui, with the Jax, with the Draven. It's miserable. They're going to go soaring, slamming into the backline. But Afro Boy is now giga deep. And I don't know how fast he can roll away. Sonic is fast, but I don't think he's quite fast enough to disengage. I take that back. He's slowed briefly.
Always
but still gets the Powerball to safety.
Always fast enough. Afro Boy will get himself out, but no flash, no ult, no chance to steal away this Baron. He's going to start up. Takamo walking up, but not really a lot he can do. The Baron's not going down insanely fast, but it's mostly because Slowq's just not hitting it. He's playing zone instead, and Afro Boy's moving on up. He's thinking about it. I take it back. That's kind of low, that Baron.
Oh, hang on.
Get in there.
For the smite, still can't quite get it done. Tried to bait it. It was 1400. Went for the flip. Doesn't land it. And KCB get away with it, so will die. But no, bailed out. Stays alive. Burn not going to be quite enough. Relative tried to speed himself up with that siphon power. Isma pulls a boulder out from underneath. The tremors are all there. Hop on 4 from Mainter. Still low, but Brockelhoach doesn't have the damage available. Isma will Ixtal's impact forward. Slowq behind will throw up the fleeting current into that severing bolt. Powerball. And the soaring slam available into the backline. Taught it up with that frenzied taunt. But gets to get it out. And now Afro Boy's in danger. You don't win these anymore. You're just not tanky enough. All the while Mainter is into the base. He's on inhibitors.
Oh my days, he's got to pick himself up one nice and easy. And great job by Enso there as well, just to keep the Rams away. I think it just pushed Afro Boy a little bit further back, because I don't think Afro Boy was hitting Exa there. And so Exa's hitting Afro Boy, sure, but a lot of the damage comes from Rams' own autos as well, which just weren't able to land. Exa now does have their ultimate back up available with 200 stacks. Could look to fish for some executes here as well, as the whole team moves in to pick up that final inhibitor over on the top side, with Mainter just continuing to put some pressure on the Nexus.
Trying to be as scary as they can. Impale lands onto one. It's onto Afro Boy. And now, Isma, you'd think is in danger, but he's a Skarner, so takes next to no damage. The Renata ultimate is absolutely foul. Noz 2K helps delete his own players. Isma goes driving towards the fountain, but KCB will be implacable in Game 3. They are the winners. They will be continuing on as favorites in this group alongside Los Ratones. And the Nexus is secured in their favor.
A well-deserved dub for Karmine Corp there for X, for Isma, for me.